Hello and welcome to Living Intentional. My name's Miss Day, and yes, let's talk about why we can't lose weight out here. It's hard, and I know it's hard. I've been yo-yoing for years. One of my younger sisters were telling me, "Oh, you be yo-yoing back and forth. Like, aren't you too old for that?" Excuse me? People yo-yo all the time, and if you watching this, I know you've been yo-yoing, or it's been hard to even get the yo-yo going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all these delicious cookies, cakes, all these ideas from the big bad communities. They be putting together things that ain't got no business being put together. You mean to tell me cinnamon rolls and cookies and I'm a baker, so like I get it. It's tough. You see all this delicious food and people going out to these places eating food. I know I'm not making this any better with you looking at this video like, yo, how can I lose weight? But you're telling me like, yes, this is why I don't want to lose weight. I know you want to lose the weight, but you want to eat this good food too. It's hard to look at all of this and then say you want this. Like, what is this salad doing for me? There's like some salad places though, like give you some bomb salads. You have to pay for them salads, and I mean ching ching pay for them salads. But so probably find some good recipes that work for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have the bland lettuce and tomatoes, and you could like, fix it up, make it good. Vegetables don't have to be nasty. But for starters, get on a diet plan that works for you. And yes, still have your cookie, your cake, or your donut, but have that once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I was always told moderation and moderation. I know for some of us, like we've grown up on a certain type of meal plan, diet regimen, whatever you want to call it, meal regimen. We've grown up on certain foods. Like, for example, every culture has rice in it. Rice, chicken, beef, steak, fish, you name it. But, right, it's the way we cook these things, especially if you're Southern. Like, my mom was born in down South Carolina, right? So she come from a Southern background, and my daddy, he Nigerian. So yes, I'm Nigerian. He has his certain way of eating with the fufu and the sauce and the rice and the food. All right, food. I come from a family of food, backgrounds of food, and I like to cook. And I can't look like I like to cook, but I want to eat. So, first, get a plan that you want to stick to. There's different ones. As long as you do not go and do the processed foods, I'm talking about potato chips, cakes, cookies, even if you bake them yourself, try to lay off it. Do more solid foods that are real food, whether it grows from the ground or it walks on four legs. Food that's like real food and not something that you just make up out of your imagination. For example, like pizza. I know you don't make pizza up out of your imagination. Pizza's good. I'm just saying something that you're not just whipping up in the kitchen and you just made this creation. Like, I could find it walking in the forest if we were in that type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? So, no processed foods. Don't do processed foods and stick to something. If you're vegetarian, if you're pescatarian, if you're keto, if you're paleo, if you're Lion's diet, whatever the diet you choose it and stick to it. And be clean with it. And also, think about how you want your body to look. Like, when I exercise, and oh man, for a long time, I couldn't get through doing an exercise plan because I felt like I used to hate it so much. But when you change what you think up here, right, and how you think about it, you can do it in the end. So when I thought about the workouts, for example, right, I did something called Lose the Gut, Keep the Butt. And I finally got through that 21-day challenge. And now I'm up to the 30-day challenge, which is called the Gains, I believe. Gains, yeah. Healthy Gains. There you go. So I'm not saying that you have to do that, but get a good workout plan that you can follow and have a picture where you can manifest what you want to look like. It don't got to be you, because I mean, clearly you're not there yet. I know I'm not there yet. Like, for example, I have this one girl that I found on Pinterest, and I'm like, that's what I want. I want that body right there. I want to look toned. Like, shoot, I damn near want some abs. I want to look like a damn fitness model. But I can only get there if I change my mindset, which I did. So anytime things was getting hard, I'm, pumping in the dumbbells and stuff, and it feels tough, and I'm like, ooh, them gains. You know what I'm saying? Those gains. I'm feeling them gains. So when the next day after I work out, I'm like, my legs, feeling them gains. It's like, all the gains. Trying to sit down, all the gains. You know what I'm saying? The gains. Like, yes, I'm feeling them, and be happy, because when you feel it, that means you're doing something. When you want to go eat that damn cookie and put that damn cookie down, when you want to eat that cookie, be like, you know what? I'm working towards this body, and I'm only going to get there if I try. You have a sweet tooth, buy some fruit. Get some grapes. Get the seeded grapes. Why not? Hopefully you can stomach it. But get the seeded grapes. I'm all about trying to, give me all the nutrition you can give me. Give me the seeded grapes. Give me some papaya, because it's good for the fiber for using the bathroom. Give me some green apples. Fancy it up. Look at some stuff. Look at what the vegans and the vegetarians are doing. That's what I do. I'm not vegan, nor am I vegetarian. But I do look at their recipes for me to be able to have veggie side dishes, because when you make things and it don't taste good, you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So I started looking at what some of the Asian people do, and some of their cuisine videos. Like, someone was doing cabbage, so I was like, cabbage, okay. Throwing some onions, throwing some garlic, throwing maybe some salt and pepper, because that's to my liking. I want to taste my food. And maybe even put in a dash of some sesame seed oil to give it that flavor. And it tastes like you just got something from a Chinese food kitchen. You're like, yes, saute that up really good. Don't overcook your vegetables. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you these tips because this worked out for me. No, I am not a health practitioner. I am not a doctor. I am not a dietitian person. I'm just a person who has had trouble trying to lose weight. When 2020 hit and the world shut down, I was stuck in the house like everybody else. And I put on the pounds, boy. I'm not going to lie to you. I had my wine and my brownies, and I enjoyed my life. And then before I knew it, I was 200 pounds. I was like, no, no. Although I wear my weight well, I didn't feel good about it, and my knees were killing me walking upstairs. My feet was hurting, my ankles was hurting, and living in New York, you gotta climb up those stairs. There's always a lot of walking, especially if you work in Manhattan. There's a lot of walking, so you just gotta get used to it and just do what you gotta do. And at one point, I kept eating healthy, where I ate my vegetables and just my veggies, like no carbs at all. Because for me, carbs, I'll eat it once in a while, but carbs and starches really hurt my stomach for some reason. Like, it don't hurt, it gives me really bad gas. And I mean how dairy gives people gas when they're lactose intolerant. No bueno. So in the end, it's good for me because it keeps me smaller. So at one point, I was just doing my meat and veggies, but I did have a problem where I was doing bubble teas once a week. Like, what? I'm having a hard time at work. I'm like, bubble tea. Give me my kung fu tea, my lychee punch, and whatever other flavors I decide I want, because I really love jasmine tea. And before I knew it, this weight was not leaving. Like, I would bike my behind from, and I mean physically biking, I would bike my butt from 14th Street of Manhattan to home in Brooklyn. And I'm like, yo, nothing's happening. What's going on? I would drop 1 to 2 pounds and then it bounce right back up. And I'm like, what's happening? I tried to do my lose the gut, keep the butt workout then, but because I hated working out and the pain it would bring, it's like, oh my gosh, all this pain, my thighs, my butt, my legs, my arms. I was just being a damn baby. So I had to get over it. And this time around, I'm like, no, the gains. This is what I want. I'm feeling it. Yes, the gains. Yes, I'm getting into this tomorrow. And I had to make the time to do it. I had to make the time to do it. So as soon as I wake up, I'm doing what I gotta do, which is my workout. And then I'm going to get prepared to go off to work. Like, we have to take the time to do the things we need to for us. Because when we give our time to these jobs, which is fine, they give us money, it's an even exchange, right? But what are we giving to us? And when we're intentionally living just to make money, which is fine if that's what you want to do, you kind of lose yourself. You know what I mean? You have to backtrack and work on you. Like, yes, I gained the weight, and many other people, probably you too. Probably you too. You know, a good amount of us did gain that weight just sitting around. But before that, I was having a little trouble with my weight. I was at like 190 something, or was it 185? No, I was at like 190 something, and then I bounced to 200 and 200 to 6, and I'm like, okay, girl, we can't do this. Like, my family, they look like this. They're like little pencils and stuff, and little Barbie doll skinny. Not saying that that's what I want to be. I like being, you know, thick girl madness and all, but I need to be healthy. So if you don't get anything from this video, one thing I can say that you should get from this video is have a workout plan. Manifest what you want to look like. Have that picture of what you want to see and be, what the end goal is going to be for you. Have a good diet plan and stick to it. Yeah, you can have that 1 to 2 cookies, but make sure that it's just that 1 to 2 cookies and put it away. Get all that stuff out of your house, or eat up the stuff in your house and don't bring it back in your house. And replace it with good things that you can use, like fruits. You have a sweet tooth, get you some fruits. You can't eat a salad, make a kale salad. I saw somebody do some kale, right? They cleaned it, they threw some apples in there and maybe some walnuts. I don't do nuts because I'm a little allergic, so I just do what I can. I threw in the apples. I did my little balsamic vinaigrette. I made it and I put it together, and that salad was amazing. So you can do it. And if you want to continue trying to do it, continue to watch my videos, and we're going to do it together. We're going to continue to do it together. Because if we continue to intentionally live, we can intentionally be where we want to be. Thank you for being here. Love you guys, and see you next time.